Hello there. This is Yasmin West, the Reiki accountant. You can find out more about me and the services I provide by going to my website, thereikiaccountant.com. That is TheReikiAccountAnt.com. And just as a reminder, I will never solicit you for services, so if somebody contacts you claiming to be me and soliciting services, that is not me. Be smart and don't get scammed. All right, so today's topic is going to be sort of a continuation of the topic that I did earlier this week on manifestation, and this one is titled Manifestation Fine Tuning, and it's going to be by applying the 3 keys of energy work that I learned, let's say back in 2014 now. It's quite a while ago. But what kind of prompted this was a recent podcast. Now, I'm a paid member of the High Vibe community. David Palmer's his High Vibe TV. And on that community, there's a lot of content providers, and one of whom is Rich Lopp, and he kind of specializes in manifestation. And he did a recent topic this week about something that he says, he's never heard anyone else talk about, and that's the more negative aspects of the manifestation process. And he specifically said, everyone talks about when you're visualizing, you should always be visualizing, what you want and blah, blah, blah. But his point was that you should also visualize the less desirable things that come about with that manifestation that you want. Because, for example, let's say you're trying to manifest a mate who's highly attractive, very, very popular, people like them, very outgoing. Well, some of the less desirable traits that might come with a manifestation like that is that they're going to have a lot of people chasing after them. And, depending on what you want, that may or may not be a trait that you want to have to deal with. So I thought first of all, that was a very important thing for him to bring up, because a lot of times we think we want a certain situation or a certain thing, but we don't really fully consider what comes with that and whether or not that truly is a good fit for us. So I felt that was a very good point that he made, but it also kind of triggered way back in my my spiritual education, somebody else I learned from who talked about the 3 keys of manifestation, and go into that. So first of all, if you're into this type of work, you already know you want to be very clear on your statement of intent. You want to empower that intention by focus, maybe mantras, repetition, affirmations, which are going to start to build up an emotional state in you and also help with the visualization. And then that, if repeated enough, you're actually going to start to experience a change in your physical state. Whereas, just as an example here, let's say you're trying to manifest, you live in a cold climate and you would love to take a vacation at a nice warm beach. And so you just keep repeating to yourself, I'm on a warm beach, I'm on a warm beach, I'm on a warm beach. And you start to visualize the waves and the soft, warm breeze, blowing through your hair and against your skin. I'm on a warm beach. I'm on a warm beach. I'm on a warm beach. And you hear the crash of the waves. You hear some seagulls in the air. And you just keep building and building this emotional state and visualization and repeating, and you focus. You are going to reach a point where you have experienced this vacation energetically. Now, true, you haven't actually manifested the vacation, but let me ask you, does it matter at this point? You've already had the experience. It's already embodied in your cells. You can actually feel the warmth on your skin just by visualizing and repeating and building that emotion in you. So, that is the point where you've kind of hooked it, and now it's time to let it go. And that letting go process is incredibly important, because if you can't, it kind of starts to shift in more of a lack mindset, because you're so focused that it hasn't come in yet. So you really have to let go, and ideally you kind of want to forget about it and just start working on another manifestation. But that is the last key that people really seem to have a problem with, because you've already built such a pleasurable experience into your own body just through focus and visualization that you kind of don't want to let go of it. But going back to kind of what Rich said about remembering some of the things that might not be so desirable that come with that manifestation, I would say that kind of makes it more real. And it also lets you let go a little bit, because you're like, oh, well, yeah, that's true. So you know what? I'm okay if it comes or if it doesn't come. You've already experienced and extracted that pleasurable state through your visualization. Now, I guarantee you, if you're able to let go completely, it's going to make a beeline towards you. So be ready for that. But in the meantime, like for this particular example, I mean, how can you think about anything negative being on a beach? Well, what about sand in your food, in your drinks? That's not too good. But it is actually a real thing that would accompany being on a beach. Beautiful as it may be, there's sand. So there you go. So that letting go part and the letting go process shifts you into kind of a calm state of power, because you've kind of already experienced and extracted the benefit of the experience all through your mind. And because you're able to let go, it kind of shifts you into just you're kind of okay. You're calm. It's fine whether or not it comes to you, but by being in this calm state of power, you know it's going to make its way into your life. You don't have any doubts about that, especially when you start to practice this on a repetitive basis. I can say when I was first starting to do this, one of the easiest ways to learn how to fine-tune that manifestation was with just using traffic lights. And I would work on manifesting green lights on my way to work. And I wouldn't start with all green lights, but that was my eventual goal. I would just take them one at a time as I came by them. And I would just visualize, even if I saw it red, and even if I thought I was going too slow or too fast to make it, to make it into the green, I would just say, okay, that doesn't matter. I'm just thinking green, 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 and it's hard to describe. I actually did a YouTube video on this, I think it was about a year ago. It's called Traveling in the Green Zone, if you want to check that on my channel. But it's kind of, you start to feel an energetic difference shifting back and forth between red and green, and I kind of described it as expansion and contraction. So you visualize green and you let your body and the energy through it expand out. And I noticed as soon as I had the doubt or the thought that, uh-oh, no, I'm not going to make it, my body was shoot, it would instantly contract. And so that allowed me to kind of know when I was in the right energetic state. So I was pushing out the intention of being green right as I crossed the light, expand out, and if there was any doubts or just like a quick little fear that would try and sneak in, I could actually feel the contraction in my body. So that's one way you can kind of practice this art of letting go, and you can really, really, really fine tune it, especially if you start to pay attention to what your body is feeling like and doing. So little side topic there. So this again was a slide from earlier the little video I did earlier this week, and I just kind of modified it a little bit. That we want to set our clear intentions. We want to be flexible with the energy of the universe. We want to trust that the universe will provide the best possible outcome. We don't want to be in a hurry. We don't want to be tied to a particular outcome, and we want to have fun with the process. And I've added that final note, be willing to completely let go. So when I was traveling through those traffic lights, if I hit a red light, I was just like, okay, fine. If it looked like the green had been there a little bit too long and I was going to hit a red light, I'm like, okay, that's all right, that's fine. And I started to notice the more and more I did that and completely let go, the more and more I would get the green light. So that is it for right now. Short video today, but I kind of felt like I wanted to give you a little bit more so that you can fine-tune your manifestations and start to work with them on a much more granular level, and so that you can get more success. So that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful week coming up, and I'll be back again with another video in the near future. So for now, take care. Bye-bye.